Hey Anne, thanks for sending me your swim video for analysis. The first things I'm looking at are breathing, body balance, rotation, and kick. In your case, you are a bilateral breather, so that automatically helps you with left and right hip rotation, because in swimming you want to either be on your left or right hip. But just so you know, it's actually the underwater pull that should drive that rotation. So if there's ever a point where you only breathe to one side, let's say your left side only, you want to make sure you're also continuing that rotation even though you're not breathing to your right side. So just wanted to point that out. Breathing looks okay. You may be turning your head. You have a slight lift of your head. So you want to make sure that head's low to the water. You want to make sure you're rotating on your hip to breathe, and that, like half your face is in the water. With the correct exhalation and timing of the exhalation, you should be able to get a reasonable breath with just taking half your face out of the water. So you should exhale as you're turning your on your hip to inhale. And then in that way, when you're inhaling, this arm is out in front of you, extend it a little bit. So you take your inhale, put your head back down, and then you can take a good propulsive force of your arm. So kick looks okay. Just want to point out you should be kicking from your quads and hip flexors. The kick in my stroke technique is not meant to propel your body through the water. It's just meant for body balance, kicking from the quad and hip flexors so your legs don't sink and you have a little bit of better balance on the water. So we talked about breathing, body balance, rotation, and kick. Next, I'm looking at the three main phases of the stroke. Phase 1, recovery. In your case, your elbow's bent. I'd like to see your hand a little bit closer to your body and just a little bit more lead with your elbow. And again, that's going to happen with rotation. You want to keep that elbow high at all times. Always keep your fingertips below your elbow, fingertips below your wrist, below your elbow. And then when you enter the water, you maintain those fingertips below the wrist, below the water, so you can do what's called a high elbow catch and push. So I'm going to give you a few hand entry drill recommendation. Number 1 is closed fist. It helps you get a little bit more of a entering with a purpose, I like to say. And also it focuses on getting that high elbow catch because you lose the surface area of your hand. And then maybe head out of the water drill, where you're swimming with your head out of the water and you're working on dig, purposefully really trying to get your arm in the water deeper. Notice how I'm rotating here, and it's that rotation that's helping with my arm extension rather than this reach that you have where you're coming around and your elbow and hand are entering at the same time. So focusing on that hand entry will set you up for a good catch. High elbow catch, and then push, making sure you're pushing all the way past your hip. I can see you're cutting your arm out a little bit short. Scrape your thigh, push past your hip. That's going to help with that extension. I always like to encourage athletes to extend from behind. If you extend from behind, you're going to get a better rotation. When you get a better rotation, that allows you to have a better extension out in front of you instead of a reach, possibly dropping your elbow and impinging your shoulders. So other than that, everything looks good. Again, I'd start with, maybe doing a thumb slide recovery drill, but I think if you fix your hand entry drill, that's really going to set you up for a good rotation. And then also wanted to point out, when you're swimming, this is easy: recovery, hand entry, and then power through the push and power through the catch and pull. You want to make sure you're putting a little bit more effort and speed into that catch and push when you have the proper technique. So hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, let me know. I will send you an email with some more content as well as some screenshots to go along with this video. And let us know if you have any questions, and make it a great day.